I wrote an article for the Good Tourism blog, a blog which I feel you should go in and take a look if you've not heard of this blog, the Good Tourism blog. And it's my second article which I wrote for them. And the title is, What Does It Mean for the Travel and Tourism Industry to be Carbon Neutral? And the reason why I wrote this article is because I feel that for travel tourism to be carbon neutral, we are actually talking about a complex task which not just requires time, it requires a whole lot about thinking about the supply chain in travel tourism. It is something that will require a whole lot about rethinking partnerships and collaborations in travel tourism. And it's one of those things which I feel will get us to also rethink how we engage the local people, the local community, and the travelers. And so when I started to pen this article, I felt, and during writing the article, I also still felt that this is one of those easy to write, one of those things that is quite easy for us to say for travel tourism to be carbon neutral. But it's actually one of those things which, in reality, when we execute it, we will discover that it's much more complicated. Calculating travel tourism's industry's carbon footprint will be one of those things which we will discover is not easy. Because when we look at there's so many travel destinations in the world, different locations will produce their carbon footprints in different ways. And then we have to consider that for different destinations, the activities that tourists engage in will all not be the same. So that contributes to the complexities of calculating carbon footprints. Calculating carbon footprints is one of the main things when we talk about carbon neutral. When we calculate the size of the carbon footprint, I feel that one of the things we have not quite been talking about, one of the things that we should not neglect, is that we should also consider the depth of the footprint. So it's not just calculating the size of the footprint, but we should also look at the depth of the footprint, the impacts of that carbon footprint on people and the local destination, which of course includes the natural environment. And that too will vary from one place to another. So in this very short podcast, I'm not going to read out the article, the entire article which I penned. You can go and take a look. And the title once again is, What Does It Mean for Travel and Tourism to be Carbon Neutral? And one of the things which I also wrote towards the second half of the article is, as we look at travel and tourism, one of the things we could be talking about when we are talking about carbon neutrality is the topic on efficiency. We have somehow forgotten or probably missed the point that efficiency and travel tourism in the postmodern society might not be two things that go hand in hand. Efficiency in travel tourism is not always an an easy or straightforward thing to understand. Especially as we look at the 21st century traveler, who is more of a traveler than a tourist, and he or she is trying to move away from mass tourism, from the predictable mass tourism experiences that we have been seeing in the 1970s till the last 10 years. So that makes the discussion on carbon neutrality more complicated. And so that's all I want to say. One of the main things I highlighted in the article, besides the two things which I shared with you, is should we look at carbon neutrality in travel tourism in a slightly different perspective or angle than we would apply this term on some of the other things. So I thank you for tuning in. Read the article and leave a comment on the blog, the Good Tourism blog. We call it GTB in short. Have a good week, and I'll see you soon. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.